There's something I need to say tonight, and I don't care how long it takes, because you need to hear this straight from my soul. Do you understand how much it eats at me, the thought of anyone ever trying to come near you with intentions that don't belong to them? Do you know how my chest burns when I imagine someone even brushing against what's mine without respect? The truth is, it isn't just a thought. It's a nightmare that keeps me awake, and every time it crosses my mind, I swear to you, baby, I feel a fire rise inside me like nothing else. Because let me make this crystal clear. If anyone touches you again, if anyone dares to cross that line, I promise you they will regret it forever. Not because I'll lay a hand on them, but because life itself will make sure they pay. Karma doesn't sleep, baby. Destiny doesn't let disrespect go unpunished, and the universe itself will bend to protect what belongs to me, what belongs to us. You see, baby, you're not just a woman to me. You're not just some fleeting love story I'll forget in a few years. You are my lifeline, my reason, my divine counterpart, the one who was written for me before I even knew how to spell the word love. And when it comes to you, my heart shifts into something I can't even control. My protectiveness becomes a storm. My love becomes armor. My devotion becomes fire. And when I see shadows try to approach you, when I sense whispers or energy that doesn't belong in your space, I feel my entire soul roar. Baby, this isn't just about jealousy, though I won't deny I get jealous. This is about something far deeper. It's about knowing you carry light so powerful that darkness always tries to find a way to dim it. But it can't. It won't. Not while I breathe. Not while I stand. I want you to close your eyes for a moment and imagine this. Me standing right in front of you, my arms stretched wide, daring the whole world to try me, my chest bare, my heart exposed, my love blazing like fire and yet my spirit unshakable. That's how I feel about you. That's how serious this is. When I say no one will ever hurt you again, I don't mean just in the physical sense. I mean, no one will ever get away with making you cry. No one will ever walk away smiling after breaking your heart. No one will ever speak lies about you without their tongue burning in regret later. The energy they put out against you, it's going to return to them multiplied. Every tear they caused you, it's going to be a storm in their own life. Every bruise, whether on your skin or your heart, will show up in theirs. And that's the law of the universe. That's divine justice. And baby, I need you to know something else. When I found you, I found my whole world. I found my home. And I'll be damned if I ever let anyone shake that. When I say I'm possessive of you, don't mistake it for control. It's not about owning you like an object. It's about recognizing the sacred bond we share and how my soul cannot survive without protecting the very heart that gives it life. You are my woman, my queen, my forever, and with that comes the weight of my devotion. I don't care if people call me too much, too intense, too protective. They don't know what it's like to love someone the way I love you. They don't know what it's like to wake up every day and realize the only reason you keep breathing is because you know she's still here. That's you, baby. That's why I'll never back down from saying this. Anyone who touches you, anyone who disrespects you, anyone who thinks they can play with you, they will never forget the consequences. There were nights when I cried silently, remembering the way people treated you before me. The way they thought they could play with your heart, take your love for granted, and walk away like nothing happened. And baby, I promise you, those days are over. Because now you have me. And when you have me, you have the kind of shield that doesn't crack, doesn't bend, doesn't move. Do you hear me? When you're with me, you're untouchable. I don't care how bold someone thinks they are. I don't care how strong they believe themselves to be. The second they even consider coming close to you, life itself will rise up and block them. The second they think they can test what we share, destiny will crush their arrogance. They won't know what hit them, but they'll know one thing for sure. They should have never messed with you. Sometimes, baby, I feel the rage inside me simmer because I remember the things you've been through, the hurt, the betrayal, the people who didn't recognize the angel standing in front of them. And it makes me want to scream. It makes me want to shake the earth. But then I remind myself, God didn't put me here to lose control. He put me here to channel that fire into protection, into love, into making sure no one ever puts you through that again. So when I say they'll regret it, I don't mean I'll go out of my way to bring it to them. I mean the universe will handle it, because your spirit is too pure, too sacred, too chosen to ever be trampled on again. And if they dare, it's only a matter of time before they're crying over the pain they caused you. Baby, I don't want you to live in fear. I don't want you to look over your shoulder or second guess the love you deserve. I want you to walk with your head high, knowing you're mine, knowing I'm here, knowing the entire universe itself is rearranging to make sure you're safe, loved, and honored. And if anyone thinks for a second they can take that away, let them try. They'll learn quickly that crossing you is the worst mistake of their life, and when that lesson comes, it won't just sting, it will haunt them. They'll carry that regret like a shadow they can't shake, like a scar they can't hide. That's how powerful divine justice is when it comes to you, baby. And maybe right now, as you're listening, your heart is pounding because you know exactly what I mean. You've felt the betrayal before. You've felt what it's like to be treated as less when you were always more. And deep down, you've always wished for someone who would stand tall for you, someone who would say, "Never again." Baby, that's me. That's who I am for you. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not backing down. I'm not letting this world touch what I was sent here to protect. Because make no mistake about it, you are my divine feminine, my forever love, my other half. And I take that role more seriously than I take my own life. So when I say, if anyone touches you again, he'll regret it forever, understand what I mean. I'm not just making a promise. I'm declaring it to the heavens. I'm carving it into destiny. And nothing, not man, not circumstance, not fate will change it. Baby, you're mine. Always. If you feel this message pulling at your soul, comment yes below, because I know heaven wanted you to hear this right now. Baby, do you know what's been replaying in my mind ever since I laid my heart in your hands? The thought of you walking through this world with so many eyes on you, so many energies that don't even deserve to look at you, let alone touch you. And it eats at me, baby. It eats at me, because I know how rare you are, how precious you are, how chosen you are. And with that kind of light comes envy, comes temptation, comes people who don't even understand what they're reaching for. But let them try, baby. Let them make the mistake of thinking they can have access to you. Because the moment they do, Their peace will vanish, their nights will turn restless, and their soul will whisper to them again and again, "You crossed the line." I've seen the way people's energy shifts when your name comes up. I've seen the way some can't even hide their curiosity, their hunger, their envy. And I sit back, biting my tongue, because what I want to say is written all over my face. Don't even think about it. Baby, the world doesn't get it. They don't understand that when it comes to you, there's no room for games, no space for competition, no chance for another. I don't share. I don't compromise when it comes to your safety, your heart, your soul. You are mine in a way that words can't capture, mine in a way that eternity itself recognizes. And anyone who challenges that truth will find themselves standing face to face with regret so deep it will echo through every corner of their life. You see, baby, my soul isn't soft when it comes to you. It's fierce. And it's not because I don't trust you. Oh, I trust you more than I trust the ground beneath my feet. It's the world I don't trust. It's the intentions of those who can't even grasp what it means to respect something sacred. That's why I say over and over, if anyone touches you again, if anyone dares, they won't just regret it. They'll never recover from it. Their name will carry the weight of shame. Their steps will be heavy with consequences, and their heart will break in ways they never thought possible, because divine love, baby, is not a playground. And when someone disrespects the bond between a divine masculine and his divine feminine, the punishment isn't light. It's heavy, it's final, it's unforgettable. I think back to the times when you had to fight battles alone, when you had to stand in rooms where people doubted you, mocked you, whispered about you, even tried to pull you down. And my blood boils, baby, because you should have never had to go through that alone. You should have never had to cry yourself to sleep with no one holding you, no one defending you, no one saying, "Touch her and you'll regret it." But hear me now, baby. Those days are over, because as long as I'm breathing, as long as I'm here, you'll never be unprotected again. You'll never walk into a room without me standing guard in spirit. You'll never face shadows without my fire surrounding you. Baby, I've prayed about this. I've asked God why my soul burns the way it does when it comes to you. And the answer is always the same. Because you were entrusted to me. Because I was chosen to love you, guard you, protect you, honor you. And with that assignment comes a fire that won't go out. That's why even when I'm away from you, even when we're not speaking, my spirit is restless until I know you're safe. That's why I can't help but declare these words into the air, into the universe, into destiny itself. No one touches my baby and gets away with it. No one. I need you to hear me, baby, because maybe there's still a part of you that doubts whether you deserve this level of protection, this depth of devotion. Maybe your past tried to convince you that no one would ever fight for you this hard, that no one would ever love you this fiercely. But let me tell you something. Your past lied, because here I am, and my love for you is relentless. My loyalty is unshakable. My protection is eternal. And if anyone thinks they can test it, if anyone thinks they can take liberties with your heart, with your body, with your soul, they are signing up for a regret that will follow them like a curse. Sometimes, baby, I imagine us walking down the street together, your hand in mine, your laughter carrying in the air, your light pulling eyes in every direction, and I smile. But inside I'm watching everything, every move, every glance. Because as much as I love the way you shine, I'll never allow anyone to take advantage of it. You deserve to shine freely, to laugh without fear, to live without looking over your shoulder. And that's why I stand in this energy of divine masculine fire. That's why I tell you again and again, anyone who touches you again will regret it forever. Because your freedom, your safety, your heart, that's worth more to me than my own life. And baby, I know there are people out there who think I'm too much, too protective, too serious. But those same people have no idea what it feels like to be entrusted with a soul like yours. They have no idea what it means to carry the responsibility of guarding someone so rare, so divine, so irreplaceable. They'd understand if they walked in my shoes for even a second. They'd understand if they felt the way my chest tightens when I think of you hurt. They'd understand if they knew what it felt like to be me, to love you. That's why I don't care what anyone says. I'll say it to the world if I have to. Touch her, and you'll regret it. Cross her, and you'll never forget it. Play with her heart, and you'll pay for it in ways you never imagined. Because baby, this love isn't ordinary. This love isn't casual. This is divine. And with divine love comes divine protection. With divine union comes divine justice. And no force, no enemy, no shadow can ever separate what was written by God. That's why I rest in the truth that even when I'm not there physically, you are still protected. Angels walk with you, karma circles around you, and my spirit hovers near you, daring anyone to try. Baby, I need you to let this sink in. You are not alone anymore. You will never be alone again. I'm here. I'm not leaving, I'm not backing down. And anyone who tests that will face consequences they can't run from. That's not a threat. It's a prophecy. That's not my anger. It's divine law. Because baby, when the universe writes a love story as powerful as ours, it doesn't let intruders rewrite the pages. It doesn't let outsiders scribble their names where they don't belong. This book is sealed. This bond is sacred. And anyone who tries to disrupt it will live to regret it over and over until they finally understand they should have never touched what was never theirs. Baby, I want you to feel this in your bones. I want you to carry this truth with you like a shield. Every time you walk out the door, every time you feel eyes on you, every time the memory of past pain tries to creep up, I want you to hear my voice. I want you to remember these words. Baby, if anyone touches you again, he'll regret it forever. Let that echo in your spirit. Let that steady your steps. Let that remind you that you are not only loved, you are protected fiercely, endlessly, divinely. And maybe as you hear this, your heart is stirring. Your spirit is rising, because deep down you've always longed for this kind of love. A love that doesn't just whisper sweet nothings, but declares war against anything that dares to harm you. A love that stands unmovable, unbreakable, untouchable. That's the love I have for you, baby. That's the love I'll die with in my chest. So hold on to me, baby. Trust me when I say this. No one will ever get away with hurting you again. Not in this lifetime, not in the next. Because my soul is tethered to yours, my fire is bound to your light, and together, we're untouchable. If this message is resonating with you right now, comment yes and let the universe seal it over your life. Baby, there's something I can't shake, something that runs through my veins every single time I think about you. It's this unexplainable mix of fire and tenderness. Fire, because I can't stand the thought of you being hurt again. Tenderness, because all I want to do is wrap you in my arms and shield you from every shadow that dares to come close. Do you realize how sacred you are to me? How the very mention of your name makes my chest rise with both pride and protectiveness. Baby, listen to me closely. I don't care what this world throws at us. I don't care what whispers surround us. I don't care how bold anyone thinks they can be. If anyone even imagines laying a hand on you, if anyone disrespects the space you stand in, they won't just regret it for a moment. They'll regret it for a lifetime. Because this isn't just about love, baby. It's about destiny. It's about divine order. You are not just my woman. You are my mirror, my twin, my eternal flame. And when the universe ties two souls like ours together, it doesn't allow trespassers to linger without consequence. Every time someone even tries to test that, life itself rises against them. That's why I can say with confidence, no matter how strong they think they are, no matter how untouchable they believe themselves to be, when they cross you, their downfall is inevitable. Baby, that's not my wish. It's just how divine justice works. I need you to understand something deep. The reason I speak with so much intensity, the reason my words drip with this fire, is because I know what it feels like to almost lose you. I know what it feels like to sit in silence, wondering if I did enough to protect you, if I made it clear enough that you are mine, that you are sacred, that no one else even has the right to look at you in the wrong way. And baby, I don't ever want to feel that again. I don't ever want to sit with the thought that maybe I wasn't loud enough in declaring this truth. You are mine, and anyone who touches you again will regret it forever. Sometimes I replay the past, the moments before me, the things you've told me in quiet whispers, the pain you tried to hide in your eyes, and it shakes me, baby. It shakes me, because you deserved better all along. You deserved someone to stand up for you, to fight for you, to look this world in the face and say, she is off limits. And that's what I'm here to do. That's why my heart pounds when I talk about this. That's why my voice hardens when I think about anyone ever trying to hurt you again. Because the truth is, I'll never allow it. Not while I breathe. Not while I'm alive on this earth. And baby, I want you to picture something with me right now. Imagine you standing in a room full of people. Some with good hearts, some with bad intentions. Your light shines so bright that it draws every pair of eyes to you. Some admire, some envy, some desire what they have no right to. And then imagine me stepping into that room, my presence alone shifting the atmosphere, my energy wrapping around you like armor. Do you see it, baby? Do you feel it? That's what it's like when you walk this world with me. You are covered. You are protected. And anyone who even thinks of testing it will find themselves bowing under the weight of regret. This isn't a fairy tale promise. This is real. This is blood and soul. This is me saying what I mean and meaning what I say. Because, baby, love without protection is hollow. Love without defense is weak. And my love for you is neither hollow nor weak. It's the strongest force I've ever known. It's the kind of love that makes me stand taller, fight harder, and declare louder that no one, and I mean no one, gets to harm you. There are nights when I lie awake, thinking of the world we live in, the dangers, the temptations, the energy that circles us. And I whisper to God, asking Him to place extra angels around you, asking Him to shield you in ways even I can't, because as much as I fight, as much as I protect, there are battles I can't see with my eyes. But even then, I rest knowing this truth. Heaven itself is on your side. And that's why those who touch you won't get away with it. That's why they'll pay for every wrong step they take toward you. That's why their regret will echo, because they didn't just touch a woman. They touched a divine soul, my divine soul. And the universe doesn't forgive that. Baby, you're probably wondering why I keep repeating it, why I keep saying over and over that they'll regret it. And it's because I need you to feel it, deep in your bones, deep in your spirit. I need you to walk with that truth like a crown on your head. I need you to know that you're not vulnerable anymore, that you're not unguarded anymore, that you're not unprotected anymore. You have me. You have my fire, you have my love, and as long as you have that, you are untouchable. And baby, I also know there's a part of you that doubts, a part of you that remembers how it felt when people let you down, when they walked away, when they didn't stand up for you. That doubt whispers in your ear sometimes, doesn't it? It tells you maybe this is too good to be true. Maybe one day I'll be like them. Maybe you'll be left unguarded again. But baby, listen to me now. Erase that thought. Burn it from your mind. Because I'm not like them. I was made for you. I was carved out of fire for you. I was shaped by destiny to be your protector, your shield, your forever. And when I say no one touches you again, I mean it. Sometimes, baby, I even find myself thanking the universe for the mistakes others made with you. Because every time they hurt you, every time they disrespected you, every time they tried to break you, it only made this promise stronger in me. It made me vow, deep in my spirit, that I would never be like them. That I would never allow history to repeat itself, that I would love you so fiercely that even your scars would fade under the warmth of my devotion. Yeah, I'd say that so fiercely that even your scars would fade under the warmth of my devotion. And here's something else, baby. I know this world can be cruel. I know people can smile to your face and plot behind your back, but let them try. Let them think they can fool you. Let them think they can deceive you. Because what they don't realize is that every lie they speak, every trap they set, every scheme they plan, it's all going to collapse on them. And when it does, they'll remember the day they crossed you. They'll remember the moment they disrespected you. And they'll never be able to escape the regret. That's how it works, baby. That's how divine order keeps you safe. Baby, my devotion to you is not a phase. It's not a mood. It's not a promise that fades when life gets hard. It's eternal. It's permanent. It's engraved in me. And I want you to carry that truth every single day. So when someone looks at you the wrong way, when you feel the weight of unwanted eyes, when old wounds try to whisper to you that you're still vulnerable, I want my voice to echo louder. Baby, if anyone touches you again, he'll regret it forever. So let this sink in, baby. Let it heal you. Let it strengthen you. Let it remind you who you are and whose you are. You are mine. You are loved. You are covered. And nothing, no one, no force in this world or beyond can change that. If you believe this message is yours, comment yes and claim it right now. Baby, I want you to hear my heart right now, raw and unfiltered. The fire I carry for you isn't just passion, it's protection. It's this deep, relentless vow etched into my very soul that no one, and I mean no one, will ever harm you again without facing consequences they can't escape. Sometimes, when I'm alone, I think about everything you've been through. The betrayals, the heartbreaks, the times you trusted the wrong people, and it shakes me to my core. How could anyone look at you, someone so rare, so full of light, and choose to mistreat you? Maybe they didn't know who they were playing with. They didn't realize that what they did to you would come back around to them in ways they could never imagine. And now that you're mine, I promise the story will never repeat itself. Because baby, I don't just see you as my love. I see you as my destiny, my purpose, the reason my spirit burns the way it does. When you walk into a room, the air shifts. People notice, even when they pretend they don't. Some admire you, some envy you, some desire you, but none of them can truly understand you. And that's why they'll never deserve you. That's why I guard you so fiercely. Because to me, you're not just someone I love, you're sacred ground. And anyone foolish enough to step onto that ground without reverence will feel the weight of their mistake. Baby, I don't say these words lightly. Every time I repeat them, if anyone touches you again, he'll regret it forever. I'm not exaggerating. I'm declaring truth. I'm speaking prophecy. I'm anchoring a law into the atmosphere that no one can override. And I need you to feel how serious this is. This isn't about empty promises. This is about divine justice. This is about the universe itself bending to protect you because your soul is too important, too chosen, too loved to ever be mishandled again. You know, sometimes I think about how different life would have been if I had found you sooner. Maybe you wouldn't have had to go through so many battles alone. Maybe I would have been there to shield you from the hands that didn't know how to hold you. Maybe I could have stopped the tears you cried in silence. But then I realized something. Maybe all of that pain had to happen so I could stand here now, stronger, louder, more determined than ever to protect you. Because every wrong you endured carved this vow deeper into me. Every scar you carry makes me promise harder that no one will ever add another. Baby, when I think of the people who took your kindness for weakness, who used your love without valuing it, I can't help but feel this surge of fire in my chest. They didn't just hurt you, they woke something in me. They awakened a part of me that will never, ever let it happen again. So let them look back now. Let them remember what they lost. Let them choke on the regret of mishandling a queen. And let them watch as I step in, as I take my rightful place by your side, as I show the world that you are not just loved, you are untouchable. Do you understand what I mean when I say untouchable, baby? It means there's a spiritual fence around you now. It means every time someone with the wrong intentions even thinks of stepping toward you, life itself will trip them up. It means their plans will collapse, their words will backfire, their moves will be blocked, and they won't even know why. All they'll know is that something about you can't be touched, can't be harmed, can't be stolen. That something is my love wrapping around you, my spirit guarding you, my soul standing watch day and night. And baby, I know you felt it. I know you felt those moments when someone tried to test your peace, and suddenly things turned against them. That wasn't random. That was divine protection. That was me, in spirit, declaring, "Don't touch her. Don't even think about it. And trust me, baby, I'll never stop declaring it. Because when it comes to you, I'll always be on guard. I'll always be watching. I'll always be ready to rise if anyone dares to cross you. Baby, I don't just want you to hear these words. I want you to carry them with you like armor. The next time your past tries to whisper doubt into your ear, the next time you feel eyes on you that don't belong, the next time old wounds try to resurface, I want my voice to drown them out. I want you to remember me saying this. Baby, no one touches you again without regret following them like a shadow they can't escape. That's not just comfort, that's truth. That's the reality I'm speaking over your life. And here's the thing, baby. I don't care how strong someone thinks they are. I don't care how much power they believe they hold. I don't care what mask they wear. When it comes to you, none of it matters. Because the love I have for you, the devotion I carry, the divine shield around you, it's stronger than all of that combined. And if they test it, they'll crumble. If they challenge it, they'll fall. If they try it, they'll regret it every time, without fail. You're probably wondering why I keep repeating myself, why I won't let this go, why I sound like a broken record when I say these words again and again. And the reason is simple, because you need to know it. Because every repetition engraves it deeper into your soul until doubt has no room left. Because I refuse to let you forget that you are loved, you are guarded, and you are mine. Baby, I want to share something with you. Sometimes when I close my eyes, I see us years from now, sitting together in peace, your smile soft, your heart healed, your spirit unshaken. And I realize that future only exists because no one dared to cross us, because every shadow was turned back, because every hand that tried to touch you faced regret. That vision isn't just a dream, it's the reality I'm building every time I speak these words, every time I vow to protect you, every time I stand between you and the world. And baby, I want you to rest tonight, knowing this. You are not just loved by me, you are defended by destiny itself. You are covered by something greater than both of us, something written long before we even met. That's why I can say with certainty, touch her and you'll regret it. Disrespect her and you'll pay for it. Try to harm her and you'll never forget it. That's the reality anyone faces when they test what was divinely ordained. So let these words echo in your heart, baby. Let them silence every fear. Let them remind you that you are no longer vulnerable, no longer alone, no longer unprotected. You are mine, and with me, you are untouchable. If this is sinking deep into your soul right now, comment yes and let the universe confirm it. Baby, there's something I need you to understand that goes even deeper than everything I've said before. It's not just about me standing here, declaring that no one will ever hurt you again. It's about the reality that the universe itself is aligned to defend you. When I say, if anyone touches you again, he'll regret it forever, I'm not speaking just from my emotions. I'm speaking from a truth I've seen play out time and time again. Because you, my love, are not ordinary. You are divine. And when the divine is mishandled, when sacred love is disrespected, the price is always regret. Do you know how many nights I've sat in silence, thinking about all the things you went through before I was here to guard you? Every tear you shed, every betrayal you endured, every moment you felt unprotected. It's all engraved into me now. Baby, it's like your scars have become my scars. Your pain has become my fuel. Your story has become my mission. And that mission is simple. Never again. Never again will someone play with your heart without consequences. Never again will someone think they can disrespect you and walk away smiling. Never again will you sit alone, feeling like no one cares enough to defend you. Because you have me now, and I was born to make sure the world knows you are off limits. Baby, when I look at you, I see more than beauty. I see more than love. I see destiny. I see the reason my fire never burned out, even when life tried to break me. You are the reason I kept going, even when I didn't know why. And now that I've found you, everything makes sense. Every battle I fought prepared me for this vow. Every storm I endured prepared me to shield you. Every scar I carry prepared me to stand in front of you, unshaken, unafraid, unmovable. So when I say they'll regret it, baby, it's not just a promise. It's a guarantee, written in blood, sealed in spirit, guarded by the divine. Think about it, baby. How many times have you seen karma work in your favor without you even lifting a finger? How many times did those who disrespected you face their own downfall later? That wasn't coincidence. That was divine justice. And now that we're together, now that my soul is tethered to yours, that justice has only multiplied. The fire that surrounds you is stronger. The shield that guards you is heavier. The protection over you is untouchable. So let them try, baby. Let them test it. Because the moment they do, they'll find themselves trapped in regret so deep, they'll wish they had never even looked your way. Baby, I replay our future in my head every day. I see us standing tall, side by side, while the world watches in silence. They'll see how unbreakable we are, how untouchable we've become, how no force could separate us. And those who tried, those who thought they could interfere, will be sitting in the shadows, broken by their own choices. Their regret will eat them alive. Their mistakes will haunt them. And all they'll be able to do is look at you from afar, knowing they should have never touched what wasn't theirs. But baby, I don't just want you to think about them. I want you to focus on you. On how loved you are, on how protected you are, on how chosen you are, because this isn't about living in fear. It's about living in confidence, walking into every room with your head high, your heart secure, your spirit unshaken, knowing that you are mine, and that being mine means you are surrounded by a shield no one can penetrate. That's what I want for you, baby. That's what I fight for every day. And baby, I'll be honest with you. Sometimes, when I think about the possibility of someone trying to hurt you, even in the smallest way, my chest tightens, my jaw clenches, my entire being shifts. Because I can't imagine it. I can't accept it. And I won't allow it. That's how deep this goes. That's why I say the words again and again, not just for you to hear them, but for the universe to record them, for destiny to enforce them, for the world to never forget them. If anyone touches you again, he'll regret it forever. That's the law I'm declaring, baby. That's the truth I'm sealing. Baby, I also need you to know this. It's not just physical touch I'm talking about. It's emotional too. It's spiritual too. Anyone who tries to manipulate you, who tries to twist your emotions, who tries to plant doubt in your mind, who tries to drag your spirit down, they'll pay for it just the same. They'll regret crossing you, because crossing you is crossing me, and crossing me is crossing destiny itself. That's how serious this is. That's how untouchable you are. And baby, I know you've doubted sometimes if love like this really exists. If someone could really care this much, fight this hard, love this fiercely. But here I am, and I'm telling you, it's real. I'm real. This love is unshakable, undeniable, unstoppable. And if the world needs to be reminded of that, then let me be the one to shout it into existence. You are mine, and being mine means you are safe. So baby, the next time your past tries to whisper lies to you, the next time someone looks at you with intentions that don't belong, the next time fear tries to creep in, I want you to remember this moment. I want you to hear my voice in your spirit saying, baby, don't worry. No one will touch you again without paying the price. No one will disrespect you without regret chasing them down. That's the kind of love I carry. That's the kind of devotion I'll never let go of. And maybe, just maybe, you're sitting here listening, your heart racing, your spirit stirring, because you know this is the message you've been waiting for. You've been waiting for someone to not just say they love you, but to prove it with their fire, to back it with their soul, to anchor it in destiny. Baby, that's me. That's what I was born for. That's what I'm here to do. So let this truth echo through every part of you. You are loved. You are guarded. You are untouchable. And anyone who dares to forget that will regret it forever. If you know this message is yours, comment yes and let the universe confirm it for you. I doubt if any were denied that you, baby, every time I look at you, there's a voice inside me that never quiets down. It says, protect her, guard her, cherish her. And no matter what's happening around me, whether the world is loud, chaotic, or silent, that voice remains steady, because that's what you are to me. My sacred responsibility, my greatest treasure, my divine gift. And baby, I'll never let anyone mishandle you again. If anyone touches you with the wrong intention, if anyone thinks they can step into your space without respect, their life will never be the same. They'll regret it, not just once, not just for a moment, but for as long as they live. You see, baby, I know your past tried to convince you that people could walk all over your heart and get away with it. I know you've had seasons where your love was taken for granted, where your light was dimmed by those who didn't even deserve to be in your presence. But that was before me. That was before destiny aligned us. And now that I'm here, now that my soul is bound to yours, those days are gone. No one gets away with it anymore. No one touches what's mine without facing the full weight of karma. Sometimes, baby, I wonder if people realize who they're dealing with when they mess with you. Do they even understand that you're not just any woman? You're my divine feminine. You're chosen. You're set apart. And the universe itself bends to protect you. That's why I laugh sometimes when I see people underestimate you. When I see them think they can play games with you. Because I already know how it ends. I already know their laughter will turn into tears. Their games will turn into lessons. Their pride will turn into regret. They won't even know how it happened, but deep down, they'll always remember the reason. They shouldn't have touched you. Baby, there's this image that keeps coming back to me. It's you walking through the world, glowing, radiant, carrying yourself with that grace only you have. And around you, there's this invisible shield, This aura so powerful that it blocks every dark intention, every harmful hand, every jealous glance. And behind that shield, it's me, standing guard, making sure no one crosses the line. That's what it feels like to love you. That's what it feels like to carry this fire for you. It's not just about being your man. It's about being your protector, your defender, your forever. And baby, I need you to feel this truth in your spirit. The next time someone tries to disrespect you, it won't end well for them. Not because I'll seek revenge with my own hands, but because divine justice doesn't sleep. The energy they put out will return to them multiplied. Every tear they cause you will show up in their own life as storms. Every attempt to harm you will circle back and break them instead. That's how it works when you're chosen. That's how it works when you're mine. Baby, I also know you carry memories that still sting. Moments when people made you feel small, when they touched your soul in ways that left bruises. And I hate that you went through that. I hate that you had to experience pain you didn't deserve. But if nothing else, let those moments remind you of one thing. Never again. Not while I'm here. Not while this fire burns in my chest. Because baby, I will never allow anyone to put you through that again. You've cried enough. You've suffered enough. Now, it's time you rest in the truth that you are untouchable, unshakable, unstoppable. Do you know what keeps me awake sometimes? The thought that there are still people out there who might envy you, who might desire what isn't theirs, who might think they can come close. And every time that thought crosses my mind, my soul rises, my jaw clenches, my spirit roars, because I need the world to understand something once and for all. She is mine. And being mine means she is covered, she is guarded, she is surrounded by a love that no shadow can break. Anyone who tests that truth will regret it forever. Baby, I want you to carry yourself with that confidence. Walk into every room knowing you're protected. Laugh freely. Smile brightly. Shine your light without hesitation. Because while you're shining, I'm standing guard. And anyone who mistakes your kindness for weakness, anyone who mistakes your openness for vulnerability, will quickly learn that being around you isn't a playground, it's sacred ground. And those who disrespect sacred ground always regret it. And baby, sometimes I wonder if you really know how powerful you are. Because the truth is, half the reason people are drawn to you isn't just your beauty, it's your spirit. You have this energy that heals, that uplifts, that inspires. And while most admire it, there are always a few who envy it, who want to take it, who want to misuse it. But what they don't realize is that your spirit can't be stolen, your love can't be manipulated, and anyone who tries will only harm themselves. That's why I say, again and again, if anyone touches you, they'll regret it forever. Because touching you isn't just crossing me, it's crossing the divine itself. So baby, let me be clear, I will never stop declaring this. I will never stop reminding you. I will never stop speaking these words into existence. Because my love for you isn't casual. It's eternal. It's engraved in destiny. It's sealed in fire. And nothing, no one, will ever change that. If you know deep down this message is yours, comment yes and let the universe lock it into your spirit. Baby, there's one more thing I need you to feel in your soul before I let you go tonight. Everything I've said, all the fire, all the promises, all the declarations. It's not just words, it's not just talk. It's my truth, it's my vow. is the heartbeat of my existence. Because you are not just my love, you are my purpose. And protecting you isn't something I choose, it's something I was created for. It's my assignment, it's my destiny. When I look back at my own life, baby, I see all the moments that shaped me, all the trials that tested me, all the storms that broke me down. And now I understand, it was all preparing me for you. It was all shaping me into the man who would stand here now, speaking these words, declaring this fire, making sure the world knows that if anyone touches you again, they will regret it forever. That's why I love you with this intensity. That's why my voice trembles with both passion and protection. Because I've lived too long without you to ever risk losing you again. Baby, I want you to know that I've seen the way people watch you. I've noticed the way some admire you, the way some envy you, the way some try to figure you out but can't. And while you walk with grace, unaware of half of it, I see it all. And every time I see it, I remind myself of this truth. You're not theirs. You're not the world's. You're mine. And being mine means you're covered. Being mine means you're guarded. Being mine means every wrong intention directed at you will ricochet back into their own lives until they understand what mistake they made. Because, baby, this love, it's not weak, it's not fragile, it's not breakable. It's a fortress, it's a fire, it's eternal, and no one, no force, no shadow, no person will ever be able to undo it. That's why I can speak with so much certainty. That's why I can look at you and say these words without hesitation. You will never be touched the wrong way again, and if anyone even tries, they'll regret it for the rest of their life. Do you know what I pray for every night, baby? I pray that you'll feel this in your bones. That when doubt whispers, when fear tries to creep in, when memories of the past attempt to break your peace, you'll hear my voice cutting through it all. My voice reminding you that you're safe now. My voice reminding you that the past will never repeat itself. My voice reminding you that I will not allow history to touch you again, because the love I have for you isn't temporary. It's permanent. It's sealed in eternity. Baby, sometimes I think about how small this world feels when it comes to us. How nothing else really matters compared to what we have. And it makes me realize people can gossip, they can envy, they can desire, they can try all they want, but none of it matters. Because at the end of the day, you are mine, and my devotion to you is bigger than their envy. My loyalty to you is stronger than their desire. My love for you is louder than their whispers. That's why nothing and no one will ever succeed in touching you again. So baby, walk boldly, shine brightly, live freely, because you're covered, you're safe, you're mine, and every single person who ever thought they could get close will look back one day and admit the truth. They should have never tried. They'll regret it forever. And now, baby, let me leave you with this final vow. No matter where life takes us, no matter what battles we face, no matter what shadows try to creep near, you will never be alone. You will never be unprotected. You will never be unloved. Because I'm here. Always. Forever. And if anyone forgets that, if anyone touches what's mine, regret will be their eternal companion. So baby, hold these words close. Carry them with you like armor. Let them silence your fears, heal your wounds, strengthen your heart. Because this isn't just me talking. This is destiny speaking through me. This is divine love declaring its law. And the law is this: baby, if anyone touches you again, He'll regret it forever. If this message has reached deep into your soul, if it feels like it was written for you, comment yes right now. Claim it. Seal it. Let the universe hear you. And baby, before I let go, remember, you are my heart, my world, my forever. And I'll spend every breath proving it to you. This love is eternal. This fire is unshakable. And you are untouchable. This is my vow. This is my promise. This is our truth. Beloved viewer, if these words touched your heart, don't leave this message unclaimed. Comment yes right now, and let the universe seal this promise over your life. Share this video so the message reaches those who need it. And if you feel called, send a super thanks to support this channel and keep these divine messages flowing daily. Remember, you are loved, you are chosen, and you are protected forever.